Yeah, let's go. We just gotta go hard. I go the hardest. I bring the pain. Not what you used to. It's all part of the game. Yeah, I just gotta go hard. I just gotta go hard. Go hard. Go hard. Yeah. Oh yeah, the beast back. Adrenaline.
Yeah.
It's been a long time.
Yes, sir.
Man, gentlemen, what's poppin'?
Feel good to be back behind this camera. Well, in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Man, it feel good to see my guys, man. Hey, man, let me kick it off for y'all, man. Hey, I appreciate everybody that's watching this, man, right now with us. Welcome to the first official, maybe unofficial, maybe sub-unofficial. We'll figure that out later. But this the first joint of 2025. We going into a brand new year, ladies and gentlemen. If you're not familiar with what we do everything NFL here. We are based as a fantasy football podcast, but we bring it to you in many different fashions. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we would like to break down a little thing called the NFL draft. We got some top consensus picks coming up. First of all, man, before I get into all that, my name is the marvelous DJ Kool. I appreciate y'all. Part of the Midwest Monsters, man. We'll talk about our fantasy football season a little later on in the show, but I have not been one of the luckier ones. But this upcoming 2025 season, I'm looking to turn the tides around. I want to introduce y'all to my brothers, man, part of the NPR podcast. My good brother, the commissioner of our league, our fearless leader, Mr. Commissioner Bo. What's happening, guys?
What's good, man? What's going on? Cool, man. Glad to see my boys, man. Like I said, be in front of this camera again. Like fantasy, like you said, we'll talk about fantasy. Fantasy definitely didn't end the way I wanted it to. You know what I'm saying? But hey, it's fun nonetheless. Like that's every year. Like it's some type of excitement, man. But yeah, bigger and better things, man.
I know
Yes, sir.
I know one person that definitely want to talk about fantasy because I mean he kind of won. He won some. I mean he alright, I guess. He cool. I mean
That boy
he
frigid.
won he won a couple of championships, but wasn't nobody really trying that hard, so we don't really give him no credit for it. I'm just messing with y'all. I want to welcome y'all, ladies and gentlemen. That's my good brother, Revenge Season. How you doing, good brother?
Ice cold, boy. It's frigid out here. Oh my God.
I
It
know
feels
it
so
is.
good to be back. I can't wait. Oh, it can't be August soon enough, so I can go ahead and get that third one out the way.
It's coming
Pretty,
fast.
pretty
Ain't no
soon we're gonna have to start voting on. Hey, it's about time to get revenge season. He got to get out of stand up, man. He got to give somebody else a chance to win.
Nah, bro, you ain't MJ. They don't do no three peats around here, man.
Hey, what? Hey, it's coming to a town near you. This that 2000 Laker run right there. Listen to me.
Good.
Hey, man, as y'all see, man, we love to talk. We love to talk that cash, man. Very competitive around here, man. Big shout out to my brother, the co-commish, Big Cup. He not here with us today, man, but also
Bad news.
Yes,
Bad News
sir.
Villains, man. Also a former,
Another two-time champion.
yeah,
Yeah,
former
back to
Beast Mass
back.
League winner, man, in the NPR podcast, man.
76 years ago.
NPR. Hey, fight back, Bad News. You gotta fight
Boy,
back.
the shade is real, boy. Patty
yeah.
LaBelle.
Hey, man,
Yeah.
it's facts though, man. But what I want to do today, fellas, man, I want to give them the cream of the crop. I want to get a people a discussion, and we want to give them some decent analysis on how we feel about what looks to be the consensus top five picks uh, in this upcoming draft, NFL draft. Um, We got some hot name quarterbacks at the top of the list. We got pass rushers, and we got what I think and what a lot of people believe is a damn good running back, somewhat of the likes of a Jameer Gibbs, of a Saquon Barkley. We got to talk about it, man. We got to get into these top picks. Um, at the top of the
Can't
list,
wait.
at the top of the list, man. First of all, before I say this, let me go ahead and give a big shout out. We don't get paid for none of these people, man. But I'm gonna give a shout out to Mel Kiper Jr. I definitely took a lot of my analysis from his big board. Obviously, this ain't no plagiarism. We give our own thoughts and opinions around here. But obviously, I'm basing this off of his consensus top board. Also, big shout out to Daniel Jeremiah over at CBS Sports. Looked at a lot of his analysis as well to prepare me for this show, man. So big shout outs to a lot of people that get paid a lot of money, even though we don't. We do this for fun, man, and we trying to bring y'all some good analysis. Maybe y'all some football nerds like us, and y'all just wanna hear who to expect is coming to a town near you. If
Fact.
you are in the city of Tennessee, Nashville, Tennessee, it appears as if uh, your consensus number one pick will be a man by the name of Cam Ward.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, as of right now, the good brother Cam Ward had a spectacular season last year with the University of Miami. Transferred to Washington State the previous season. You're seeing some highlights of his right now. Cam Ward, 4,313 39 touchdowns, a phenomenal QBR of 88.7. Obviously, this is a man very, very mobile, very good inside and outside of the quarterback, electric arm strength. I'm coming to you, my good brother Marquise, revenge season, two-time winner of the NPR fantasy football. Talk to me about it's looking like he's going to Tennessee. Do you confer with that? And if so, what do you see from Cam Ward uh, early on in his career? What do you think his contributions would be?
I think it's a solid fit, but I'm not too sure on what type of offensive scheme Tennessee gonna deploy this year. So it's like I think his fit for me, his best fit would be New York with the Giants. Him and Malik Davis would be a nice duo for New York to have for the next decade or so. I think that'd be a good fit for Cam Ward. Not so much the Titans, just like I said, there's uncertainty. They don't really have a run game no more. They don't who he gonna throw the ball to. Uh, it's just so many other question marks. That's gonna be going to Tennessee is like right now is like a place to go to fail because if depending on how they build the team, right now it's looking like a place where it could be if you go there you're gonna fail, especially as a rookie QB. So it's like I think my personal opinion, his best fit will be in New York.
They have actually the Tennessee Titans. Obviously, last year struggled under Will Levis. They're currently under Bill Callahan and his offensive scheme. We'll see how that goes. They've done some retooling on the offensive line. They signed a left tackle. They're gonna move their first round pick J.C. Latham, who they drafted early last year. They're gonna move him to his natural position at right tackle. So they're retooling their offensive line, which obviously means they're probably in the market for a quarterback. um, Calvin Ridley, I like his contributions last year. I thought he played well. Obviously, not it came and went, but we could say some of that can be on the quarterback with Will Levis struggling. We could say some of that is on the
Mhm.
offensive line. Pro Football Focus had their offensive line rated as the 28th offensive line, so it's not like they were working with too much greatness. Obviously, Not a whole lot of playmaking out the backfield right now with Tony Pollard doing well, but doing well, but not obviously they need to improve there. Do you think revenge? Do you think? I mean, do you think Cam Ward just what his skill set is, what his overall skill set is? Does he step in does he step in on a football field right now and make contributions? Period. What do you think there's upside to this?
Plenty of upside. I like Cam Ward. I think he the odds of him going to a team and not being the immediate starter is slim to none. I really do like Cam Ward, but I think of course, like any young quarterback, he's gonna have growing pains. I see him making close to like a Jaden Daniels type mark on the league his first year. Like I really do see him like that type of player. Like I really do like Cam Ward. I just hate he played for Miami.
The
Well, I think
U.
it's so. I mean, Commish, go ahead. I want to get your thoughts on this too, man. We can wrap up our thoughts on Cam Ward. I'm kind of in the same boat as what Revenge is saying. I'm expecting him to make a I don't know if this is a word, but a minor slash major contribution. I don't think the Titans as a whole will be a good team. I think they got a lot of building just left to do beyond just the quarterback. However, um, I'm a firm believer in anybody who can make plays on the run. That's what the NFL kind of has evolved into with Patrick Mahomes and the way he plays, Josh Allen, the way he plays, Lamar Jackson, the way he plays. Traditionally, the only guy who's kind of dropping back traditionally right now is kind of Joe Burrow or Justin Herbert is. But for the most part, man, everybody's making throws outside the pocket on the move, and I think that's what I like most about Cam Ward's game. What
Yeah.
about you, Mitch?
I definitely agree with both of you. Both of you, your takes. Um, Only way that I could really like fathom him being drafted by the Tennessee Titans, if I could go back in time and actually put a AJ Brown still on that team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I really wish the Tennessee Titans would have built around AJ Brown. But
Hmm.
that's some. I mean, sometimes when you look at it, you know what I'm saying. You'd be like, "Damn, I thought this player was going to be what he was or whatnot, like a Traylon Burks or whatnot. He hasn't come alive yet. He's obviously always hurt, right?
Hmm.
So I guess they thought they was getting some out of him at the wide receiver spot, but not the long winders. I'd rather see Cam Ward go to the Cleveland Browns with that number 2 pick than the Tennessee Titans at this moment. I think Cleveland need him way, way, way worse than Tennessee. Like you guys said, Tony Pollard. How much guys do he got left in the tank? He did have a hell of a season last year, but it just wasn't enough. Will Levis, obviously, we see the ups and downs and the wrinkles in his game. So I like Cam Ward. Is he going to be put in a tough spot? Yeah, but does he have the talent to do what Jaden Daniels did last year? Yeah, I really truly believe that. But it's a wait and see game when it comes to Cam Ward. I just
Also,
don't want to go to Tennessee.
also as a sidebar, this is an early, prediction. I mean, it's before any preseason games, and before the draft. So this is liable to change no matter how we slice it. So don't take this
Facts.
as final say or anything. This is just early predictions. That's all.
Yeah, still a month out from the draft and everything. So yeah,
Hmm.
Shout out to for you to for setting that next one up because you just brought up the second pick. So let's move on. At the number 2, as of right now, my good brother Mel Kiper Jr.'s big boy, he's got Cleveland Browns selecting Abdul Carter. That is his consensus number 2 pick. Let me just go ahead and put it out there on the table. I think personally, I think this is the most NFL ready guy. I think you put Abdul Carter on the NFL field right now. He does the same thing that Aiden Hutchinson did for the Detroit Lions. He does the same thing that a oh man, his name is eluding me. Damn, his name is eluding me. The
what
Eagles.
team?
Eagles.
Sweat,
Uh,
Josh Sweat.
or
Sweat.
Carter?
is it Sweat Carter? There we go.
Jalen Carter.
Yeah,
He has
Jalen Carter.
obviously that's an inside rush. That's an inside tackle versus
Yeah.
end. But I just think in the same light, I think he's an immediate impact guy. Uh, with that being said, um, his he's a Michael Parsons guy, man. He looks up to him. He idols Michael Parsons. I've been kind of following uh some other guys' analysis of this. I don't watch a whole lot of Penn State. I gotta be honest to all of our listeners out there. So forgive me. I don't watch a whole lot of Penn State. I keep up with this gentleman though. What I've the word on him and what I've kind of seen is that he's a one move guy. He's not he doesn't necessarily have the Dwight Freeney package. He doesn't he get where Dwight would inside step you, bull rush, spin move, kind of with a way of thing. DeMarcus Ware kind of the same kind of guy. They saying that Abdul Carter, he's got some I guess some limitations just in his movements. However, um, I'm a firm believer, man, that when you defensive ends have that see ball, get ball mentality. And you can just it's certain dudes that they do it naturally, where they always seem to end up where the ball is. And if you ever get a chance to watch anything about Abdul Carter and his tape, he's always around the ball. Run in even in the run game. He's not a guy that's gonna really focus on the run game. And that'll be taught to him by his coaches at the next level. But I'm expecting immediate impact. I think he's the most NFL ready guy in this draft, and pass rushers seem to have the most immediate transition into the NFL. If you think about Myles Garrett when he came in, uh, was very impactful early on. Like I just brought up, at Aiden Hutchinson, he was working on a defensive player of the year campaign before he messed his knee up last year. So give me y'all thoughts, fellas. Marquise, some revenge season. I'm gonna come to you first, man. What's your thoughts on Mr. Abdul Carter, pass
Abdul.
rush out of
I'm,
Penn State?
I, I'm on your side. Hey, I haven't seen too much. I don't watch too much Penn State. So, me being me, from the few highlights I have seen, I've seen the same moves that's been referenced. The speed rush, just dip his shoulder, keep it pushing, same rush. I, I mean, he's a talent though. He can develop a lot of other moves. Like it ain't always got. I mean, yeah, as a rookie, he could probably get by with it, but the NFL catches on fast. So eventually, his talent gonna have to do more than just be talent. He's gonna have to work a little bit hard, to get other moves incorporated into his package. But to me, I see a talented player. I just do. My God, the guy's talented.
Mm-hmm.
Ultra
Yeah.
talented man, and obviously 12 sacks. Pardon me, 12 sacks. This the one thing I also heard, and I'm gonna bring it to you, Commish, right after this. Is the one thing I also heard. I don't know how valid of a criticism it is, but they've said that he don't get the ball out. Uh, they were saying that I guess he's only had I think maybe four forced fumbles over the last couple of years, and I guess as much as he's around the ball a lot, they expect him to get the ball out, force more fumbles, uh, as compared to a Michael Parsons who was coming out of Penn State at that same position. I think he had, if I'm not mistaken, I think he had five strip sacks his last year at Penn State. And the word on, I guess, Abdul Carter is that I guess he's not getting the ball out enough. I'm not sure how valid of a criticism that is, but I just think that if you're around the ball as much as he is, see ball, get ball. He gonna get that ball out eventually. He might not get it out as much as an Aaron Donald, but hell, who does? So, Commish, what's your thoughts, man?
Hey, I got it. Look, man. I heard you guys say y'all don't watch the Nittany Lions. I've been watching them since Joe Paterno. You know what I'm saying? That's obviously the coach that got did that scandal, that child abuse scandal, whatnot like
Hmm.
that.
Rest in
But
peace.
yeah, I still respect him as a coach, bro. He was one of those ones. But we got fun fact before I even start. Fun fact. We got some notable NFL players that actually Penn State is their alumni. Miles Sanders, Jahan Dotson, Saquon Barkley. You know what I'm saying? The list goes on. You got Mike Gesicki, KJ Hamler, Joey Porter Jr., Chris Godwin, Pat Fairmouth. The list goes on. Michael Parsons, Allen Robinson the second.
On
So
and on.
On and
they
on.
definitely produce. They're on that level to me, like LSU, Alabama. They produce players that go to that next level. But I will say, like, he reminds me of Dual Carter. I watched him a little bit this past season. He reminds me of how I view Chase Young. So until I see him, like Marquis said, until I see him, you know, get introduced into the NFL, then he just that talent. You see that talent, you be like, bad, he oozing it. But
Mm-hmm.
he's pretty much like set. He could set himself up to be one of those ones, but outside of that, he's like another Chase Young to me. But he could be way better than Chase Young. I don't even know where or what team probably need him at this moment in time, but everybody do need an edge rusher. You know, I,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go out and say that I kind of disagree with Mel Kiper on this one. He's got him bookending with Myles Garrett with Cleveland. I'm gonna go ahead and
I
say
don't like that.
I think New England needs him more at the next pick. We'll get into that in a second. As a matter of fact, let me go ahead and transition.
Yeah,
Uh, the next pick that we got after Cleveland is the number 3 pick with the New England Patriots. I particularly think that that's where Abdul Carter should be slotted at.
hmm
No, forgive me. The number 3 pick is the Giants. The number 3 pick is the Giants. Forgive me, I'm sorry. Number 3 pick is the Giants. I think that Abdul Carter should go at 4 to the Patriots.
mm.
At 4 to the Patriots. Let's get into the number 3 pick, the New York Giants. They are slotted as of right now. I can't wait to get into this one. They are slotted right now to take my dog, my little homie, Shador Sanders, son
Man,
son of Coach Prime, Deion Sanders.
prime time.
This past season, my good brother Shador. Let me go ahead and build this up a little bit. Out of all the guys that are right now as the quarterback slotted between him, Cam Ward, uh, between Jackson Dart, whoever else that uh, they may have slotted as first round quarterbacks. I can assure you, nobody faced more pressure than Shador Sanders. Nobody is more ready to deal with NFL pressure than Shador Sanders. This is also, to me, if you really look at his career from Jackson State to Colorado, he's the model of consistency. 70 70% completion throughout his career, not just at Colorado, also at Jackson State. 70 complete percentage. 40. We
That's
got
good time.
this past season 4,134 yards, 37 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, 75 completion percentage for this past season. He's at 70% for his career. He was under more pressure than any quarterback. Um, and I'll be honest, man, I couldn't wait to get into this one just because there's been so much talk about him that just has nothing to do with football. And I kind of knew it was going to come down to this. Shador wears his brashness somewhat on his sleeve. His father is who his father is.
Mm-hmm.
Um, but I just don't understand why every single year, and I mean every single year, we got some scouts or we got some dudes who want to tell me that a guy doesn't fit their rose petal glass criteria of what they think somebody should sound like or look like and yada 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 yada. Uh if you haven't learned by now, uh anybody that's watching this, just turn on the tape. What a guy does naturally will show up on his film and what he does on the field consistently. as you're watching right now, there wasn't too many throws that Shador made that weren't under pressure. And this is a guy that is not as mobile as a Cam Ward. It doesn't
Mm-hmm.
necessarily have the speed or the elusiveness that Cam Ward has. But as a pocket quarterback, he's not scared. He gets right back up, takes a licking, and keeps on ticking, and gets back up and throws another touchdown. Takes another hit, gets back up, faces adversity. He dealt with back issues, wrist issues. Um, so I got to be honest with you, man. I personally think when it's all said and done, I personally think that Shador Sanders is the best quarterback in the draft. Cam Ward will have more uh uh he will have more highlightable plays. Um with his legs, with his strength, with that arm. I can see it right now, similar to a guy like Anthony Richardson, where he could rip off a 70-yard throw in the air and it can land right in
Mm-hmm.
somebody's brand basket. But it could also go the other way because I don't think his decision making in real time is as fluid as Shador's is. Shador's had training from a Tom Brady, and obviously his father has provided him with knowledge of the game that most coaches will never have. So, forgive me guys for being long winded because I couldn't wait to talk about Shador. I'm tired of hearing all this BS that we always hear around somebody every single year. Laramie Tunsil is right now rated as the number 3 left tackle in all the game. I remember when Laramie Tunsil was coming out and that BS that they pulled with him in the draft. A day or so before the draft, we got some picture of him smoking a
Yep.
ball on campus or
Yep.
whatever. And everybody talked themselves out of what was the best left tackle in that draft. Same thing with Carter
Yeah.
last year, a year or two ago with the Eagles. A situation occurs, and all of a sudden, right while the combine is happening, we got all this bad news around a guy, and guys talk themselves out of what was the best defensive player in that draft.
Yeah.
Please, teams out there, don't talk yourself out of somebody because these dumbass scouts like to mislead you because somebody doesn't fit their rose petal view of the world.
You're absolutely
Shador
right.
Sanders is gonna flash his wrists. He gonna talk his ish, uh, but so does a Joe Burrow. So does I remember Philip Rivers. Who remember Philip Rivers? Who talk more trash than Philip Rivers? So and he don't fit the mold of what you think a trash talking quarterback even look like. So
Mm-hmm.
forgive me for being long winded, man. I love Shador. I just want to see all this BS go away. I want him to be great so he can shut all these naysayers up, man. So Kamish, what's your thoughts on this, man?
I definitely love Shador Sanders, man. Like, not just because he's prime time son or anything like that. I like what he brings to the table. He a student of the game. He ain't cheating it, at all. I love it. Far as him being drafted by the Giants, I think that would be a great, awesome move. Could you imagine, like, bruh, like Jaden Daniels, Jalen Hurts, Shador Sanders, and Dak Prescott in the same division? I mean, magic could happen right there. We can talk our way out of saying, that this, that that's. We've seen flashes of greatness of Dak Prescott, man. Maybe it's time coming, maybe it's not. But 3 young quarterbacks like that, and then you got a proven Super Bowl winner and Jalen Hurts in that same division. The Giants desperately need a quarterback. So if it's anybody that they should take, and I slightly like him over Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward is going to be dope, but I take Sanders over him. But I think the Giants should make this move. They should make this transition right here, and yeah, that's the future. You build around them, and you already got Malik Neighbors there. You know what I'm saying? Like you got to make those moves because we all know the mishaps and the drop of the ball of letting Saquon go, and obviously the
Mm-hmm.
rest is history. So to bring some type of spark back into that organization, and a proven winner, yeah,
And
it's
that's
a
the
no
one.
brainer for me.
That's the one downside I do kind of see because after watching that Hard Knocks with the Giants last year, I do not
Hmm.
believe that GM and that organization as a whole and what they're doing because I just didn't like what I saw. But be that as it may, it doesn't matter where Shador goes or where any top player in this draft goes. I mean, there's gonna be some issues whatever team you go to. You're going to a bad team. or a team. You're going to a team
Hey,
that's
what
not
if
a championship team right now. So
Cleveland pick him at the number 2 spot?
I like, as I said, I disagree with Mel Kiper where he has him slighted at.
I know that's why I
That's
bring it
what I
up.
would do. That's what I would do personally. That's what I would do
For real.
personally. Because I think that coach is firmly that coach is firmly supplanted there. The play calling would fit him. Um, I'm not sure what they plan on doing with Nick Chubb, but if the there's at least some semblance of a running game there. I don't think the Giants have a great running game as of right now, so I think he's a better fit with Cleveland than he is with the Giants. But that Malik Neighbors connection is that's going to be lethal from Shador to Neighbors. That's going to be lethal.
Facts.
But I do think, like as you said, I think he fits better with Cleveland. But I'm just going. I'm only basing this off of what the consensus is at this current time. Revenge. What's your thoughts on this, my brother?
I like Shador. I also agree that he could be the best quarterback prospect out of this draft class. I believe he, like y'all said, he don't cheat the game. He does it the right way. I like his swag. He plays with a lot of confidence. He don't care what people talk about. He gonna play his game, and he back it up. So it's like, hey man, I think the Giants will be another good fit. Also, the Giants would be a good fit for either of the two top quarterbacks, either or.
Yeah.
I would love to see him in Cleveland, though. I would. I really would. I would love to see him in Cleveland. I think that will fit him more than anything else. Cleveland, oh my God. Him throwing it to Judy and Joku. And then if Nick Chubb just be a fraction of Nick Chubb, that's a
That's it.
that's a lot better than a lot of running backs in the league.
Yeah. You saw Miles
So
Garrett's back and your defense add
yeah,
to it. Right.
hey, that could be one of them teams that out of nowhere can go 10-7, 11-6, just out
Yeah.
the blue and make the playoffs, sneak in. You never know. So,
Yeah,
like I said, it's early, but that's a good fit for me. I
And
like
look,
that.
and not to cut y'all off, bro, just a little sidebar. For real, like if Cleveland really wanted to make some noise and get back into that spot, man, because the Pittsburgh Steelers, man, acquiring DK Metcalf and you already got George Pickens and Austin,
Hmm.
you just got to figure out your quarterback situation. Bro, at the end of the day, they running the ALC North right now. No, I ain't gonna say they running it because you still got the Baltimore Ravens. But that
Hmm.
division can get even tougher like it used to be back in the day, is what I'm trying to say. You signed Miles Garrett back, you know what I'm saying? You got your defense is stout. You just the offense just has to be there. You won games with Jameis Winston last year. To get a quarterback like that, and like Marquise just said, a fraction of Nick Chubb back, yeah, they can be very dangerous. But I can see them on the Giants too. Great, great, great. Yeah, that's dope right there. I can see them on the Giants.
I think. I mean, I don't want to harp on it too much, but we do got to address the elephant in the room. Obviously, this would be the first time that the Giants have selected a black quarterback as their quarterback. So I think that as we said before, there's a he just seemed that just seems like it almost sets itself perfectly up for Shador to break that
Yeah,
mold because he's that kind of guy. He did like what better guy to break that mold and to break through in that way for that organization for to give them their first black drafted quarterback than a guy who is the son of arguably the greatest football player I've ever seen. So um,
4-2 Dion.
yeah, I just think that sets itself up perfectly, and that Malik Neighbors connection, though. I could just see that now. If he did all what he did with backup quarterbacks, I just think that's gonna get leaked. That's gonna get leaked.
Yeah,
So, but be that as it may, man, a commish. I'm watching these highlights that you had running of Shador, and there's a gentleman, and there's another gentleman in these highlights that we got to talk about.
I've
Um,
been wanting to talk about him too.
There's another gentleman in these highlights we got to talk about because he is our consensus number 4 pick. That is our Heisman Trophy winner, Mr. Travis Hunter. Mr. Travis Hunter, the reigning Heisman Trophy winner with 96 receptions, 1,250 458 yards, 15 touchdowns. Uh, this is a guy with great speed. This is a guy that I don't think it's a whole lot that anybody watching this broadcast that I'm gonna say that hasn't already been said. Uh, I'll let Kamish and Revenge tell me whether he's a receiver or a corner because that's why I want to. That's why I want to toss it to them.
Great
Uh,
question.
I'm gonna go ahead and chicken out because I don't want to answer it. I'm gonna just say that he's the best. Obviously, it looks like the best player. College, he was the best college player this year. I don't think there's really much of a conversation to be had there. Um, Dynamic on both sides of the ball. A lot of I'm hearing the word is that a lot of people think that he's an easy fit at corner. Maybe he could transition into receiver later on down the road. He obviously, from a personal standpoint, he takes it very personal. He wants to do both. He believes he can do both. So I'm gonna bring it to Commissioner Bowl. First of all, what are your thoughts on Travis Hunter? Second of all, is he a cornerback or a wide receiver, or is he both?
Man, my thoughts. My first of all, my thoughts on Travis Hunter,
By the
man.
way, I
Like,
apologize. I apologize, Commish.
go
He
ahead. No,
is
you
he
good.
is currently slotted to go to the New England Patriots. Brand new coach in Mike Vrabel, who is a defensive minded guy. I'm sure he would love to have a
What you
shutdown
looking
corner
for?
for his defense. So go ahead, Commish. I'm sorry I didn't get that in.
Yeah, and look, the Patriots already got Gonzalez. Like, I thought he was a still in the draft last year. You know what I'm saying? On defense, playing good. Hey, man, Travis Hunter, man, dual threat player. Like, we talk about that in the NBA, a dual threat player. You know what I'm saying? Can play in the paint, can maneuver on the outside, that perimeter. Travis Hunter, I really don't have too much to say. Like, my biggest question is just the question that you asked for me to answer. Is he a better fit at the wide receiver position or at DB, at cornerback?
Hmm.
I really only because he was coached by Prime. I hope Prime stay in his ear doing his journey in the NFL because I really want him to be a receiver. But if he does, you know what I'm saying, certain moments of the game, if a team is down, it's crunch time, I would see that happening. I would like to see him, play on defense.
Give me about a couple minutes. Food coming.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I would love to see him play DB or cornerback, that cornerback position when it comes to big plays in the game that need to be made and stuff. But I really just like naturally think he's like wide receiver. That speed, man, and his hands already. Gosh almighty, man. Like, or I guess somebody or the Patriots can use him like a Debo Samuels or I go as far as I can't even think of his name. I got brain fog right now. But yeah, like Travis Hunter is that guy. He's a Heisman for a reason. Dual threat player. That's tough, bro. Like even if he goes to the Patriots, I think whoever he goes to, he makes them better, like automatically.
I think if I think if you're I think if you're Mike, as I stated, man, I don't think it's any secret. He wants to come in. He gonna want to come in, establish defense off top. He's gonna want to stop teams from scoring and run the ball. You need a corner to lock down so guys can't make big plays over the top and that
Yeah.
it limits the scoring with a shutdown corner. I think if you Drake May, I think you're saying I want a receiver.
Yeah.
I think if you Drake May, you're saying put that dude in the game and let me throw it to him. Uh,
Exactly.
so it's a real catch 22. This is actually I'm gonna go ahead and shock y'all. This is actually another one that I actually kind of disagree with Mel on. I actually would like to see him with the Giants. I
Ooh.
would love Malik Neighbors.
Gosh,
That's
I'll,
that
but for division purposes, I do not want that.
that's. I think that he would. I think if he really is truly serious about playing receiver at the next level, if you put him on the other side of Malik Neighbors, I don't know. I don't know how you miss. I don't know how you miss unless you're good. Now, obviously, you don't have a quarterback at that point, right? Which is what the Giants are shooting for. I'm sure that's what Brian Daboll, as an offensive-minded coach, an offensive scheme guy, I'm sure he wants his quarterback. It's probably his last year in New York if they don't win or damn near make the playoffs. So he would probably love to have bookend receivers, but no quarterback to speak of, unless they're gonna pull a rabbit out the hat with Rodgers. So
Yeah, that's the only.
like I
Yeah,
said, I see him and Malik Neighbors being hell on that division, but as of right now, he's slotted to go to the Patriots, and I think Drake May would love to have him. Is my brother Marquise back with us?
that's tough.
My brother, no, he's not
That's
back with
tough.
us yet. Um,
Hey, I hold on. I will like this up for real. Like, I definitely agree with the number 4 pick, New England Patriots. But gosh, man, like this draft is so tricky because
yeah,
like you got teams that need quarterbacks, right?
yeah,
But do you pass up on these like skill players? This raging talent, this amazing talent that's is right there for the Likens. You know what I'm saying? For the pickings. Like you can actually mess up in this draft and be like, damn, I don't even know. Like you said, the Giants, they need a quarterback. If they was to go get Travis Hunter, they need a quarterback. Do we rely on Aaron Rodgers? You know what I'm saying? Or do we find one in the draft later on in the draft? And then you got somebody like the Tennessee Titans. They need a quarterback,
yeah,
but they also need somebody like a Travis Hunter too.
yeah. Hmm.
You know, Cleveland can, chalk it up and be like, forget the quarterback. We going to get somebody like Travis Hunter. We need somebody on offense. Like it's so tricky right now. So to me personally, I've been like you said, you've been waiting on to talk about Shador Sanders. I really been waiting on to talk about Travis Hunter because like where do you play him and where is he going to fall? What team? Everybody needs a Travis Hunter. Everybody needs a Travis Hunter. Everybody. So
Are you? I mean, I haven't spoken to you since last year. We obviously spoke on Travis Hunter on some past podcasts, but we never really got into it past when the college football season was over. Do
yeah,
you do you genuinely see him playing both sides of the football?
I do. Only if that team needs him in those situations. And I know that's gonna come by preparation, and when it happened, and then either intercepts a ball ticket for a pick six or whatnot, it'd be like, damn, he's really that guy. He's really, honed his craft on playing both sides of the ball. Right now, I view him like as a pass catcher, as a wide receiver. He got hands of gold, bro. It's like magnets. Like whatever ball that's thrown to him, he going to get it. And he's not that big of a receiver or anything like that. His stature is not that tall. Like I'm not talking about like a Megatron or anything like that. He's linky, but at the same time, he made plays and he can stretch the field like vertically. He can
Yeah,
stretch the field on a slant route. Like if he get past you on that slant and that ball where it need to be, he outie. You know what I'm saying? Like he's that dynamic player where the overall scheme of it is I can do what I want to do with him. Like pause. But I can either play him on the offensive side of the ball, or I can play him on the defense side of the ball in either situation, in either game. So to keep that open, I like it. That's why I feel like he's that valuable player in the draft. But the NFL is so fickle and different and faster than college. It's just like a wait and see game. But his talent is unmatched, bro.
I'm just
Unmatched.
real curious to see. I'm just real curious to see. And he's still young, and I'm sure he's at Coach Prime. Like as you said, I'm sure he's under that tutelage. I'm sure they keep in contact. I'm real interested to see. Let's say 4 years from now, he does. Let's say he does play both sides of the football. Let's say he manages to stay healthy and puts up great numbers. How do they pay him? And
What
to
and what
me,
if he break records on both sides of the field?
that's what I'm to see. To me, if I'm Travis Hunter, and I'm sure he don't give a damn about our podcast, but I'm gonna just go. If you listening, Travis, I would love for you to just. That's all I'm thinking about. I want to see him play both sides of the football. I want to see him break this mold. But when it's time to go sit at that table, you know how these in. If they was fluky about paying Lamar Jackson after winning an MVP,
Yeah.
you get what I'm saying? He had the
Hey,
if they didn't want to
he
pay Saquon Barkley,
man.
if they didn't want to pay these guys that are the best at their positions, what are they gonna say to Travis Hunter 3 to 4 years from now when it's time to go sit at the contract table? He's obviously, if he does what he's supposed to do, he's obviously gonna be in line for a big major deal. Now, do they go to the deal and do they go to the table and give him 50-50 50 cornerback pay, 50 receiver pay? Because now you talking about getting paid basically about 80 million a year, which you know they're not going to do. You know damn well they're not going to do that for him.
Hey,
So
but what if he is the player that break the game?
I want to see him do it. I just know the NFL. I know the NFL more than I know Travis Hunter. I know the
Yeah.
NFL is not going to want to pay him for both sides of the face. And hypothetically, it's the Patriots. How many people broke the bank with the Patriots? How many people
Yeah.
broke the bank with the Cleveland Browns?
Yeah.
These teams that we talking about, they're not looking to pay they're not looking to pay nobody on but if he gives you contributions on both sides, I believe he should be compensated for both sides of the football. And they're not gonna do that.
Yeah. I that he because you got to look at it like the grand scheme of things, man. What we've seen so far is building up. He's for sure a generational talent. You don't just draft these type of players like every year. You don't. There's not a prototype or anything. Like he is on like what he does, man. Like, yeah, I agree. Will the NFL allow it to happen? Who knows? But if he ball out like he's supposed to on the wide receiver or the offensive side of things and the defensive side of things, man, he should be able to break the game straight up. I feel like I'm looking at it like now what I've seen in like Jamar Chase and the bag that he wanted and stuff like that. Like that's a lot of money a year. Like, did he deserve it? Yeah, but now looking at a Travis Hunter, like you telling me is somebody else out here that does more than what Jamar Chase does? That can play both sides of the field. And I'm just using Jamar Chase as an example for our listeners. But he's the latest one to get the bag. Like, yeah, that's crazy, man. Look at Derek Stingley Jr. for Houston, the highest paid $90 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
You're right. I mean, like the question is rhetorical at this point because you can't even really answer it, or you can, like, we don't know. That's crazy, man. Like
Yeah,
I didn't even break it down like that. Cool. That's crazy.
I just want to, because I want to, like you just said. I mean, even if you're referring to a Jamar Chase, he should have got that last year.
Yeah.
He pushed them into a corner by going out and being a triple crown guy.
Yeah.
So he pushed them into a corner. So now it ain't no doubt, man. He deserves the money now. But give it to him last year, and that's kind of what I'm speaking to. Now
Yeah.
Jamar is a one position guy. So what you gonna do when a two position guy that's giving you the productivity like that walks in
The
there?
market will
They're gonna
reset.
they're gonna say, oh well, spent you spent about 53% of the side of the ball on corners, so you're more of a corner than you are. So now they're gonna try to give him 16 million when he really would.
Right.
And now you know what I mean.
The market shall reset. I even said it when some of these offensive teams play linemen at the tight end position when they down by the goal line catching balls. Like you can use him as a tight end now. He gonna want a few more million. So you talking about somebody like Travis Hunter, like bro, like man, listen, I don't know who's gonna draft him. Like he's one of those fickle ones, bro. If he go number one, I wouldn't even be mad or shocked or anything. They wait to see what everybody's saying on Twitter or X or social media. Period. I don't even want to hear it I wouldn't be shocked if Tennessee was to take him number one. I wouldn't be mad at them.
Let's
I
go.
really wouldn't.
Let's go ahead and round this out, man. Our final selection is as far as the top five, the top players that we speaking about today. I want to round this out with the good brother from Boise State, Boise, Idaho. Them blue men, that blue Kool-Aid team. I call them blue Kool-Aid. The Boise State guys, man. Ashton Genty, man, record-breaking running back, man. One of the best that college football has ever seen, man. Quite frankly, you're talking
The
about
real
a guy
Heisman
this
Trophy
past
winner.
year.
Ooh.
Hmm. We will let you speak on that in just a second, my sir. But we are talking about a man this past season, 374 carries. My God, I hope that man got a nice ice tub. 374 yards, 26. I'm sorry, 374 carries, 2,600 yards, 29 touchdowns. That boy was touching pay dirt. Do you hear me? So, as I stated a little earlier in our pre-show before we came on, man, I'm out here in the great state of I'm in the great state of Illinois, the great city of Chicago, South Side. What up? Uh, I'm hoping to get this good brother in the Chicago Bears uniform. I don't think he's gonna make it that far down. He's got to make it down to 10, and I don't think he will because he's that damn talented. Man, is a phenomenal player. And I'm bringing this to revenge season. He just made a comment a minute ago. He thinks this is the real Heisman Trophy winner. Talk to me,
Yes.
revenge. What about? Oh, by the way, he is currently slotted to go to the Jacksonville Jaguars. I'm
Ah,
sorry. I'm sorry. Pardon me. Pardon me. He's currently slotted to go number 6 to the Oakland Raiders. But I have him rated 5. I have him rated 5th. Not at 6. They got him at 6. I got him at 5. So that is why he is a part of our segment today. Ashton Genty, talk to me, revenge.
Hey, hold on, revenge. Before you go, Marquise. Before you go, I don't mean to cut you off, brother. I have to I have to say this, dude. I have to say this.
Mm-hmm.
This happened in September, bro. I can go find the text in my phone. He texted me and told me. No, he asked me. He was like, "You see on Genty?" I was like, "Do I?" I remember,
uh-huh.
and that's all I remember. He already knew back then. So go ahead,
Yes.
bro. I just wanted to put that out there.
Yes. Listen to me. Listen, I like Travis Hunter. The guy's phenomenal. I listen, play both sides of the ball is not easy at all. Just playing wide receiver or just either of the positions themselves is not easy. The fact he did both is great. But he was not number one statistically in any category in either side. So it's like I get, yes, he did both, and he was great as an overall athlete. But he wasn't a great wide receiver, and he wasn't this outstanding and great, like shut down corner either. So it's like he was a good corner, and he was a great wide receiver. Don't get me wrong. He put up 13, I think it was like 1,300 yards, 15 touchdowns. That ain't no sneezing, no walking apart right there. You know what I mean? But Genty, his stats would look even crazier if he played the fourth quarter or second half. So at least I think it's like 4 or 5 games where he sat out the second half or the fourth quarter of games. This
Mm,
man would have slaughtered the rushing record if he would have
mm,
played. Listen, one thing I know is running backs. I'm big on running backs. I was telling I was big on Kenneth Walker. I'm still big on Kenneth Walker. I just you put him in the right situation and the injuries stay where they need to stay and he don't get injured. Kenneth Walker will be one of them running backs we will be talking about too. I see the same thing in Genty. Genty is different. Hey, that cat, I don't care if they try to say, oh, look at the competition. He still ran the ball. If that was the case, everybody would be doing it. There's nobody else doing it the way he did it. I don't care who he's playing. He's playing football. Everybody is taught and played football the same way. There's no way you're gonna tell me because he played in the, I think it's the Mountain West. Oh my God, the competition. No, 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 no. Their job was to stop him, and they could not. Even when they made they played against Oregon, the guy was still, hey, they ain't shut him down. A down game for him was like, I think he still had over 100 yards against Oregon. That was a down game. Think about that. So
Man.
it's like, man, hey, whatever team gets him is getting a special player. But also, it's like it also depends on what team that gets him, because it could be a
Yeah.
team that could ruin him. So it's like, man, I'm also big on Amari Hampton, even though that's just a sidebar. I think he's another one that's just like, this running back class is crazy. Like, it is crazy. Like, depending on where these cats end up, we gonna be talking about this draft class in 8 to 9 years. Like, man, that class was wild. Yeah, and the head of it will be Genty. Watch, he give me. I got when I watch him play. He reminds me of D'Angelo Williams. And it's like, man, I know how special D'Angelo Williams was for us. And people can say whatever. D'Angelo Williams was a great back. Like, I ain't gonna say he was Hall of Fame. He's not Hall of Fame worthy. I'm not saying he's first ballot Hall of Fame, but D'Angelo Williams was a great bat for his time. He was very serviceable. So that's who he put me in the mind frame of a D'Angelo Williams type running back.
All right.
Okay. Okay. And as far as his fit currently seated with the Oakland Raiders at 6, what you think
Yes.
about that?
The perfect fit for him. Oh my gosh, to give him them touches that Josh Jacobs got. Oh my God, my goodness! As a rookie, let him run, young man, run. My God, listen to me. Hey, I would love for him to go to Oakland. Oh my, I mean not Oakland, my bad, Las Vegas. I would love for him to go to
Yeah.
Las Vegas. That'd be a good fit. Or Cleveland. Hey, the success of the Nick Chubb. My God. But then they have to worry about who's handing them the ball. That'll be the problem at that point.
By the way, you was right. His worst game of the year was against Oregon. He had 126 yards. So
And he
My
scored
God.
too.
Yeah.
yeah,
Think about that. That was his worst game of the season.
Yeah. The highlights are
126
actually
yards.
playing it right now. He scored 2 times.
yeah,
Yeah, like my God.
that was his worst game of the year. So and like I was saying with pass rushers, I think right behind that running back is the second best. You plug and play.
Yes.
A guy like him, what you see is what you get. You put him behind some other big back guys because he's a short guy. So
Mhm.
if you put him behind some big offensive linemen, and he see daylight. So it's that same thing with a pass rusher. The same way you say see ball, get ball, they see light, they run. See daylight,
Mhm.
run. That's a and you can do that at any level, high school, college, and the pros. Once they see a crease, a guy that's a natural tote, a dude that just naturally totes the ball, man, it comes natural to them at each level. So I
Yeah.
think he's a instant contributor to the Oakland Raiders if he goes there. Um, it'll be interesting to see if he does fall a little bit. There's some other teams beyond that I would question the fit with, other than the Bear. That's where I'm hoping he falls to if he falls. Um, and as we've stated earlier, man, this is a deep draft class. I cannot wait to get into the tight ends, man. A position that, as we all know, as fantasy football managers, man, this is a position that was down last year. And
Whew.
coming into the NFL, man, it's some players coming. So on our next episode, I want to touch on the tight ends. We're gonna get to the major skill positions all in order, basically before the draft, which is in 5 weeks. So we're gonna get into the tight ends, the receivers, the running backs, and we really got into. But I really wanted to dive straight right into this top five because obviously this is the cream of the crop to me. Uh, I give the honorable mention to Mason Graham, another great defensive end out of Michigan, who is currently on Mills' big board as the fifth pick going to Jacksonville.
Mhm.
Hold on, let me grab my. We got Mason Graham at 13 and a half sacks, 2.5 forced fumbles. So this for this past season. So a productive pass rusher. A lot of people are comparing him to Aiden Hutchinson. Uh, I just personally think that Genty is more of a plug and play guy. Uh,
Mhm.
right here, right now. That's why I have him rated slightly ahead of Mason Graham. So excellent show, fellas, man. I had fun with y'all. This was
Mhm.
phenomenal, man. I cannot wait to break down some more of these players in the weeks to come. Real quick, let's give our listeners just a real quick little fun little trivia, man. We're gonna start just trying to implement this some more fun into each show for y'all, man. So real quick, gentlemen, I got a quick little NFL quiz for you. I gave y'all a preview of it earlier, so hopefully nobody cheated. But give me 5 NFLers right now. I need y'all could tag team pass or however y'all want to go with it. But I need 5 NFLers named Chris.
They got to be current players.
No. Anytime. They
Okay.
could be from
Okay.
100 years ago.
Okay. I got one. Chris Henry.
Ooh, I got one. Chris
Rest
You
in
went
Olave.
peace.
you went you went you went a little bit far off my list. You went a little bit far off
Rest
my
in peace
list.
to Chris
Rest,
Henry,
rest in
man.
peace to Chris
Yeah.
Cincinnati
Henry.
Bengals. Yeah,
Yeah.
What
yeah.
you got? What
Chris
you got?
Jones.
Look, I did Chris Olave. Shoot. Oh, yeah.
Chris Olave. Chris Jones.
Chris Jones. Yep, Chris Jones.
Got you.
Chris
Uh,
Sanders. He used to
so
play for the
can it be?
Redskins.
Do it got to be Chris, or is it short for Christian too, or just Chris?
No, I need Chris.
Okay.
Chris Godwin, Tampa
Chris
Bay.
Godwin. Yeah.
That's three. Yes, sir.
Uh, Chris Long. Ain't that Howie Long son?
Yeah.
He
Chris
played in
Long.
the
That's
NFL.
Yeah.
four. That's four.
Yeah, guys, we need one more, one
Um,
more.
I got one for y'all.
From the
No,
Vikings, Chris.
no, no fly zone.
Ah, Chris Carter. I don't know
yeah.
who you
Chris
talking
Oh,
about,
Carter.
but
That's
Chris
another
Carter.
one.
Yeah,
Chris Carter. That's
Chris
5.
Carter.
Surprised nobody gave me the first guy to ever go for 2,500 yards. CJ 2K.
CJ, Chris.
Oh, Chris
Yeah, CJ.
Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Look, and the crazy thing about it, I wanted to. I didn't want to cut you off, cool, bro, when you was closing it out. But as I kept watching Genty and these highlights, bro, and that number 2 on, I said, man, he looked like
Don't
CJ
he remind
2K.
you of CJ? Yeah. He do. He got a little bit
I
more.
see it.
He sit up a little bit more than CJ because I think CJ was like a straight line runner where I think like Genty got a little bit more cut and he
Hmm.
just on screen he looked at least maybe 5 or 10 pounds
Yeah,
bigger than CJ, maybe just on screen. But
Hey,
yeah,
CJ
I feel you.
2K. Gosh,
you
man,
want
you
to see
talking about
something crazy? Go look at D'Angelo Williams highlights when he was at Memphis. And
definitely
then look at
check those
Genty.
out.
My God. It's like Jordan and Kobe. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Hmm. Man,
Yeah,
fellas, that was fun, man. As I said, man, we got a lot more content coming for everyone, man.
definitely.
This gonna be a fun year. It's gonna be a great draft. I can't wait to cover this. I cannot wait. NPR, man, like I said, we all encompassing. We got a lot of fantasy football stuff coming up for y'all later on in the year. That's what we sink our teeth into around here. That's what we compete over. That's what we had the most fun with. But
And
breaking
try
down
to knock this dude off, man. Think he 3P you.
It's coming.
we just
2000
gotta
acres, baby.
we gotta treat him like the ugly stepchild. You just can't
Yeah,
speak.
I
You
don't
just
even
gotta
want to talk
act
to him.
act like
Hey,
he's not there
hey,
sometimes.
hey,
You know
it's
what I mean?
fine. It's fine. It just listen to these words. I'm gonna give y'all the best thing to help y'all try to dethrone me. You know what I mean? I'm gonna help give y'all a little sauce.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
They ain't
You know?
trying. They ain't trying to. They ain't trying to come. They ain't trying to see you, Otis. I'm trying to tell you now.
At
Ain't
all.
nobody.
Hey man,
Ain't nobody
Ain't
trying to
nobody
see you, Otis.
ain't nobody coming for
you gonna have to listen. Go ahead to listen. Especially when it comes to some certain positions. When I break it down to you, I'm trying to tell you. I see it.
you.
I got and on next edition, man. I got a couple of obviously We got Commanders fans, we got Bears fans, we got Panthers fans. I actually got a couple of people. I've been doing a lot of just draft, just looking out, seeing some sleepers. I'm seeing all of our teams got some guys, man, that's gonna be some real good players at the next level, man, that I'm
Yeah.
expecting, and I wanna get into that with y'all on the next edition. So shout out to NPR, man. We out of here, man. This
Yes,
was
sir.
an
Shout out to
edition.
NPR. Cool.
Commissioner
Great
Bold.
job.
I am
Marquise,
your
great
brother
job.
Kool. My good
Yeah,
Cut.
brother
yes,
Commissioner
sir.
Great job.
Finch. Man, shout out to NPR, man. Can't wait to see y'all next time. Peace.
Yes, sir. We out.
Let's get it.